Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stampin' with Denise. Hoping I've got my Wi-Fi issues fixed. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight, and I've got a great project for you tonight. Little bit of housekeeping as always. If you like my video and share it, please comment share down in the comments, and you might win the project I'm working on tonight. What I do is I take everybody who tells me they shared, I put their name in a little drawing, I draw it out, and that person gets the project. From my last video, Anita Timmons, she won, so she's getting this card in the mail. Anita, I'll get that out to you very soon. If you can't share, I understand. Can you give my video some hearts? It helps it be seen in Facebook's algorithms. The algorithms like the hearts better than the thumbs up. So if you do that, that helps out too. Doesn't cost you anything, just give me a heart. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button, and once you do, click the little blue bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, which I do most Monday evenings. Okay, I think we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right to the project tonight. I have a gift card holder for you. It's a super easy design, and you know we always need gift card holders for the holidays, birthdays, weddings, things like that. And so I thought I'd show you one tonight, and we'll get started. Okay, I'm going to switch the view down to my hands. And so this is the gift card holder I have. The card goes right here. Let's see here, right in here, just like that. You can write on that white panel, and there you go. Okay. This one's spun, but I use it because for demonstrations just like this. So we are going to get started. Actually, before we get started, I'm going to talk about this designer series paper. This is some great paper. It's in our new annual catalog. It's called Delightfully Eclectic 12 by 12 designer series paper. It is 48 sheets of paper. I've been using it already. I love it. Let me show you these designs. Okay, here we go. I love this. I can't wait to do something with those. So a little bit of everything. Flowers, hearts, stripes. Look at those pretzels. That might even be really good to go with, isn't there a stamp set that's got beer steins? I think that would be cute with that. We got stripes, polka dots, flowers, swans, these little X's. These are the two papers we're using tonight, and it's got this great one too. This is all I have left of it is this little sheet, but I like that a lot. So there's 48 sheets. There's 4 sheets of each design, so you'll have to do the math on how many designs there are. But this is in our annual catalog, and it is a great deal. So we're going to get started. Let me get my trimmer out here. Make a little room. This base is Misty Moonlight. And let me check my measurements here. It's 4 1/4 by 11. Okay. So we're going to score this at 2 3/4. Actually, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. I just cut it, you guys. I knew I was going to do that. Hold on. I got to get another piece of paper and cut it real quick. I'm sorry. I'm coming. Oh well, it's only paper, right? Okay, we're gonna get that. Well, I'm gonna need that one now. So this is 4 1/4. I do that about once a year. So I try to move the cutting blade out of the way so I don't do that. Okay, now we'll try this again. Here we go. So I'm going to score this at 2 3/4. And then I'm going to score this at 5 1/2. Okay. And let me get my bone folder. We're going to fold this up here. This is going to make the little pouch where the gift card's going to go. And then that's the fold in half for the card. Now, I want to make sure that this is going to close. I've got that, you can see I've got that pretty tight. So I'm going to just trim a little bit off of this end. And I just find it's just easier to do it now rather than cut the paper just a little bit short. You know, when you're doing measurements and things like that. So I cut up maybe 1/8 of an inch. And so now, yeah, it fits better. It'll lay flat. So, good. Let me put that trimmer back. Get rid of my trash. Okay. And as you can see here, there's a little circle so that you can grab onto the card. The other thing you could do if you didn't want to put this circle is cut a little more off of this so more of the card shows. But I'm going to go ahead and punch the circle. And I'm just using a 2-inch punch. You can use a circle die. Doesn't really make much difference. This one's, I just grabbed the 2-inch one. Okay, so this will go, let me show you, it'll go like this. And there's our card base, okay? So we're gonna make our pocket. And to do that, so it's nice and strong, I'm gonna use the tear and tape. Put that on here. And I really like the tear and tape because it's strong, it's nice and narrow, and it's easier for me to go this way. It leaves you plenty of room for your gift card. Okay, so I don't know if everybody's heard, this month Stampin' Up! Has a great starter kit special. Normally it's $125, normally it's $99 for $125 worth of product. This month you get $155 of product for $99. And you know there's never any need to sell anything. You can just be a happy shopper and you get at least a 20% discount whenever you as long as you stay active with Stampin' Up. And there is a point where it could go up to 25%, but minimum everybody regardless gets 20%. So who doesn't want to save 20% on all their crafting supplies? So if you're interested, let me know and I will help you get started. And like I said, no requirement to ever sell anything. So I have a piece of this designer series paper. This is 4 by 5 1/4. It's going to go right in there. Also, going on, if you are local to me, this Saturday, the 17th, is my in-person class at my home studio. It's at 12 noon. The class is free with a $25 purchase before shipping and tax, or $20 for the supplies if you just want to make cards. You have to RSVP to me by tomorrow night though, okay? And I'm in mid-Michigan. I'm in Grand Blanc, so I can give you more specifics if you're interested in coming. So we're gonna put, and this is another piece of that same designer series paper, and this piece is 4 by 2 1/2, okay? And that's the front part. Just make sure if you've got a pattern that your patterns go on the same way. We don't want upside down flowers. Okay, now We have 2 pieces of white that are 3 by 4 1/4. One will go on the inside, one will go on the outside. We have this piece of Designer Series paper that is 2 3/4 by 4, and we're going to put that on there. But do not put the inside in until you've put the outside ones on, and I'll show you why. Oops, I want it on here. I love this. This is one of my new favorite colors from Stampin' Up! This bubble bath. What it's called? Yeah, bubble bath. All of a sudden that name didn't sound right. So now this is going to go on here. We're going to center it. Remember, you're only going to put adhesive on this part of the card, okay? I tend to put about 3 rows just because it gets a lot of wear and tear, you know, opening and closing. So I'm going to see, is that looks centered? I think it does. Okay, we're going to put that right down there. Now this is our piece for the inside. I'm going to put adhesive on the back of that. Now, we want it to line up exactly with this so it doesn't show behind, okay? So here's what I'm going to show you. Open this up, lay this on top with the adhesive up, and put it right on top like that, okay? So that these 2 white pieces are perfectly matched. They're the same size. Then, while you hold on to this, close it. And when you turn it over, it's going to be right where you want it. There you go. Simple as that. Super, super easy. Okay, now we're going to work on the embellishments here. Now for these, the sentiment and this little bit of greenery in white, you know, this little bit of, you know, you can really use anything you have, any punches you might have, anything like that. So I pulled out for my sentiment, this was from the last catalog, the Charming Sentiments and the Coordinating Sentiment Silhouettes. But there's a stamp set and die set in the new catalog that's it's the same kind of idea where the die is very tight around your sentiment and cuts it out like that. And I've got to find, if you give me a second, hang on, let me find out the name of that. It's Wonderful Thoughts. Let me find that here in the catalog real quick while we're here. We'll go to I like now that the dies, Wonderful Thoughts, page 41. I love that the dies in the coordinating stamp sets have the same name. It makes it so easy. 41. Yeah. So it's this one here. See, it's the same thing. It's a lot of sentiments, and then it has a set of dies that cut them out very tight. It also has a couple of solid. Let's see. Let me show you a better picture. 160 has a couple of solid images. Well, it's a little bit better. It has a couple of hearts. It has a little flower. So you could use that. Really, you can use anything you want. The one I'm using for my greenery, or my flowers there, I'm using the Timeless Arrangements, okay? But you could use, if you have this, you could use this. Really, whatever you have that might have some leaves or flowers or something like that on it. Okay, so let's stamp the sentiment. Except I just lost the cardstock that I was going to stamp on. That's for that. Okay, let me get another piece out of my scrap bin here. Hopefully I have one big enough. Is this gonna fit? I don't know if that's gonna fit. You know, it will, because it's very tight around it. I'll probably find it when I'm cleaning up that piece of paper, you know. Anyway, so The ink we're using, Misty Moonlight. I love our blues that we have now. We have some great blues. They've really done a lot to add some great blues to our color choices. And for the most part, they all pretty much work well together. They play nice together, as I say. Okay. Let me pull in my, first, I've taken the die that will cut this out. I'm going to put it on here. And like I said, it fits very tight. You kind of learn with these dies where to put them. And while this might not be perfect, there we go. And I always on these use a piece of washi tape to hold it in place. Put it here. Here's my mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. Yay! I store the plates like that to help keep them flat. I do that on my big machine too, and it really helps. I mean, I know some people are tight on space and don't have a lot of space to leave their machines open and have to fold them up. But if you can, it really helps flatten out the plates so they don't curl as fast. That's my little tip for you today. So there we go. There's our sentiment. I am going to also, we have 2 more things to die cut. This is the greenery. I keep saying greenery even though it's white. That's in the background. We'll go ahead and put this on there. Get it started. There we go. Okay, I'll just leave that there for now. Get rid of that. And this is also this piece that I just cut and this little one are both from the Timeless Arrangements. You know, I really just looked at what I had that I could use. Okay. Get that out of the way. Put the, oops, I want this over here. Can throw that away. And I've already used a piece of cut a piece of vellum out. I punched it out with a 2 3/8 inch punch. Okay, I did that ahead of time. I wasn't thinking really. So let me get my U-pick tool. It's not the right name for it, but that's what I call it. I know I should call it by the right name. And this will help release this from the die so you don't have to struggle. I like this die. It only has a couple little pieces that fall out. Ones that have a lot kind of get on my nerves, but sometimes they're a necessary evil. Okay, and I don't know if you've seen these dies, but or this set of dies, look at them. They're great because they're all on these little pieces of cardstock, so they stay together. And I'm going to put this right on the back of the crushed curry. That's a little piece of crushed curry there. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just put it right back here. You know, they're really, you see somebody make a card. You don't have the exact things to make it. It's okay, improvise. That's part of being creative. People say, oh, I can't do that. I got to do it just like you have. No, you don't. Look at what you have. Start. And this is a good thing to start with because really it's just a floral, a little bit of floral. I have adhesive on that, but I have to put this on first. So this is vellum. Remember, when you put adhesive on vellum, it's going to show through. So you want to put the adhesive where it's going to be covered up. Okay, so I'm going to put it in this bottom part here. There are some ways that are minimally useful, but you know what? It's just easier to just cover it up. There we go. So now I'm going to put this right on here. And you know what? I'm going to use the lines on this design to line it up, because if it's a little bit off, it's going to drive me a little bit crazy. Okay. Now I have my sentiment, wishing you everything wonderful. I mean, this could be a wedding, this could be a birthday, this could be a graduation. I just think it could be for so many things. So that's why I pulled it out. Put some dimensionals on it. Again, remember, like last week's card, I said when I'm gonna have some, I'm gonna mail, I try to only go one layer thick. Now this card could, if you really are putting a gift card in it and you're sending it in the mail, it might need a little extra postage, you know, based on just on weight alone, because you know what the gift card weighs. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna just put that right on top of there and over that. Look at that. Now the ribbon, I wanted a different ribbon for it. I haven't bought a lot of the new ribbons yet. I tend to go overboard and I buy all this stuff and then not use it, so I decided to be a little more strategic this year. So I started out with this boho blue. This is the in color ribbon. It's called textured ribbon. It is 3/8 of an inch. This is the boho blue, and I bought it because I knew I had that great, you know, paper, the blue paper, the country in. Okay, come on, Denise. Let's tie this bow. There we go. It ties a pretty decent bow. It's not as easy as some ribbons we've had, but it's pretty sturdy. There we go. Okay. And then I can just cut it off and cut it off. And I like to tie it when it's on the spool, because look at this, all I wasted was that little piece. I'm going to use some excuse me, glue dots to adhere that bow. I think I'm going to put a couple on here. So I just put the bow on the glue dot to pull the glue dot off. I'm going to put that right in there. And there we go. We have a gift card holder. Excuse me. Perfect for sending to someone who's celebrating a very special event. Okay. So there you go. I really hope that you like this gift card holder. If you need anything, here's my store. Here's my host code for the month. RSVP for my class by tomorrow night if you're interested in coming this weekend. And if not, I will see you next Monday night here at 8 p.m. Eastern for Stamping with Denise. Bye now. Have a great week.